just do your best. Don't forget the term public service. We're here for public service. We're here as public servant. It's not the people should serve us. We serve the people. And with that, everything else will follow.
Welcome everybody to this edition of Uphold. And today I am honored to have with us the Honorable G. Rosal, who is the Mayor of Legazpi City, one of the largest cities in the Bicol region. So I want to thank you, Ms. G, for being on a podcast, and it's a great honor to have you here.
Thank you. I should be the one thanking you for having me in your podcast.
Well, thank you very much for that. I am really inspired by your story. I've heard so much about you, and how you were able to become a mayor of such a fine city. Mm-hmm. And I know some of the stories is you started off as a wife of the mayor before.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
That's correct. He ran for quite many terms already. How many terms did he run?
Yeah, he has been the mayor since 2001. But before that, he has been he rose from
a councilor.
Yeah, first he became a barangay captain. You know, the village chief. That's 2 term. Then he rose for councilor, city councilor. That also 2 terms. Then he ran for mayor 2001, and he finished his term after 3 terms. In 1 term there is 3 years in 1 term, so he finished his 3 terms. That's 2009, and I was asked by the leaders of my husband, you know, the leaders, political leaders in barangay, to run. So I obliged.
You ran and you won.
I won, but only I stayed for only 1 term. That's 3 years.
Okay.
And after that, he ran again, my husband. Then he finished again the 3 terms.
Okay.
And after that,
I
ran again. But luckily, I was still chosen by the people.
Yeah.
Although I've said that I have a fine rival, but then I think the people just, you know, they love the leadership of my husband. So I think I'm always saying this, that I'm here because of my husband's track records, I think.
But it's more than that too, because I think you really touched up on it just recently when you said that the reason why you were elected is because people loved you, right?
No, not really love me, but first they love my husband, and maybe that love for my husband and they like the way he lead the city. So I think that was just passed on me.
Well, you know what they say, behind every successful man is a
woman.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you might say that your husband, was well loved. But in many ways, he's well loved because the character that he imbues, was some of the character that you were also giving him, right? So it's like a partnership. It's like a dance that you have, right? And in order for him to have some of the characters that has made him to be a successful mayor, is because you might have silently, or maybe not so silently, right? Kind of.
Well, I don't know, because during his term, during his time leading and going to barangays, actually I'm not really into the scene, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe on the last term that he started introducing me to the people, Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm also have that charm, you
You
know.
must have had that charm. And first of
Yeah.
all, I have to say your humbleness is
Hmm.
very refreshing. It really is. I mean,
Thank you.
many of the people I have podcasts, they had very strong personal opinions
Mm-hmm.
about themselves, right? Which is very healthy to have a very strong um, sense of self and pride and ego. But what I see with you is that you're so very humble. And I think that is what attracts you to many of the people that you lead now, right?
Yeah, 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 maybe. And maybe these people, especially those in a lower echelon of the society, maybe they see themselves in me.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think that that's why they love me because maybe they want somebody na parang parehas sa kanila, 'di ba?
Just like them.
Yes, just like
Right.
them. Mhm.
You know, I see that a lot. People are often attracted to people who they feel is close to who they are, right? And if I know anything about Filipinos are very humble people, right? They're very simple people, but they're also driven people.
Yeah.
And when they see that kind of a person, and they're going to vote with their heart, vote with someone who they feel is best, kind of
Represent themselves.
represent
Yeah.
them, yes, that's who they vote for, right?
Yes, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I can see that way. I can also see that way why they love me because they can see their struggles also maybe in me. So that maybe they feel that I can help them. I can understand them. So maybe that's it because
They see that.
yeah, they can relate to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were some of the struggles that you had in becoming a mayor, or even before that?
Well, actually, to be honest, I'm a shy person. I'm a shy person, and I just wanted to be
In
at
the
home.
limelight, you rather
No,
be
I
at
don't.
home.
Yeah, I don't want in the limelight. I hate uh, being focused. I mean, the focus is on me. It's I don't want that. So I wanted to be just a background, just in the, you know. But then the struggle really is to come out, to go outside, to really.
Outside of your comfort zone.
Yes, outside of my comfort zone, and that's really a struggle also. But then I was inspired by what my husband has been doing. Maybe I've seen his struggle also as a leader, and all the things that had been through, the trials, the challenges, and yung nagawa niya sa city. uh, yun yung naging inspiration ko to run because I wanted to sabi ng mga leaders that they wanted to continue what my husband has done. So that's the one thing na naging inspiration ko. That's why I really take the challenge. But really, the struggle that I have is on how to go out of my comfort zone, which is a very private person. So that's it.
I
So
could only imagine how this podcast is bringing out that
yeah,
that
yeah. I
that
don't know.
the pain. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in camera again,
Yes.
because I'm sure this is not the first time you're in camera.
Actually, I'm always saying that I hate interviews. But for Madam and for you,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I really appreciate this, and it's because one of the goals is to be able to share stories like yourself, right? So that other people could be able to be inspired and also motivated. So here we have the mayor, okay, and she was not a mayor by birth, right? You weren't
Yeah.
born to be a mayor. You have to be made into become a mayor. And in order to be as a mayor, and even though you said that it was on the calling of your husband, right? Deep down inside, she had to overcome many of the fears that you had, right? And to be out in the limelight, to become a leader, right? Because like you said, you've always just felt that you just wanted to just stay
Be
at
in the
home,
background, yeah.
right? Okay, maybe entertain some of your friends, go to the spa, or kind of relax,
Not
right?
really. I just wanted to be at home.
At home.
I'm a homebody.
She's a homebody, but
Yeah.
now she's in this big
Yeah,
beautiful
it
office,
seems that
and
a 360 turn.
yeah.
You see, so I don't know. Maybe it's really a destiny, and I would like to embrace that as a destiny. But since I'm here already, then I should do everything in my power to do my best to what the people expected me to do. So kailangan kong gawin what is mandated of me, and you see, to continue the legacy of my husband, and of course to be an inspiration to our constituents.
Yes. What have you learned most about yourself becoming a mayor?
Well, actually, leading the city is not that easy. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, even the problems of some households, it will become your problem. You see, not only
People's
this,
problems here
people's
are your
problem.
problems now
Yes, the
too.
people's problem is my problem also. So, but then, um, since I'm new, I'm a neophyte on this on public service and on politics, government service. I have to seek the help of some experienced people to then. Uh, Actually, I'm very lucky because the department heads, the people that constitute this local government are already been trained by my husband, so they really can help me of the things that we needed we need to do in our city, the programs, the projects. They are the one who really been helping me uh, do everything that we need to do. You see, but sabi ko nga, we just wanted to have the programs, the project be done and given to the people, or yung needs talaga ng mga kababayan, ng mga mamamayan, yun ang maibigay namin. The projects and programs that really the people needs. Yun lang ang gusto namin na maibigay yan sa kanila.
Is your style of leadership different from your husband's, and how so?
Well, actually, I'm a more relaxed, relaxed, and my husband is the one who is very what do you call that?
A bit more on aggressive stance.
Yes, yes, and he wanted to be it done immediately. If he said he wanted this project to be done immediately, but sometimes the people around they need time. They need so on my part, I let them first have their own
Yeah.
and what do you call that? That time to give
I-
them.
implement the tasks.
Yes. So I'm more on a relaxed side. But then again, we wanted, sabi ko nga, gusto naming ma-implement agad-agad ng maganda, ng tama ang mga programa. So, kailangan pa rin ng ng some push
Yes.
to our
To all your
departments.
department
Yes.
heads. Have you instituted any new visions that you've had to better govern the city of Legazpi?
Well, actually, what I have said during campaign time is that I really just wanted to continue what my husband has been doing. But then again, uh, we have a lot of things that has been ano yan, lumalabas na mga
Oh,
needs na noon hindi masyadong kailangan, but
oh,
right now uh, parang lumalabas na this is the need right now of the people.
yeah. Because
So
it changes all the
yes,
time,
it
right?
changes.
Yeah.
Hindi yung mga dati na mga needs. Sometimes right now iba yung needs ngayon
Yeah.
ng mamamayan.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge right now, to cope up to the changing needs of the society. And I think we I can see that we implement projects and programs that really uh, which is now the need of our constituents.
How has that, all those challenges that you have to face, how did that challenge you as the mayor and also as someone who never even considered to be in this position, right? How did, or in other words, how did you have to adapt yourself personally in order to do this job?
Well, of course, you need to study. You need to come up with new ideas, and also maybe you can adopt. I can nag nagre-research kami with other LGUs what they are doing so that we can implement here also the best practices of other LGUs. Uh, uh, we bring it here also. So just like some LGUs also benchmarking on the things that we've been doing here, then they also adopt them in their local government units. And right now, some of our department heads has been doing benchmarking with other LGUs so that we can also study what they've been their best practice, then we can bring it here in
To
Legazpi.
implement also
Implement
here.
also, yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of people in your past, right? Whether they're your batchmates or even in your family, who would have never considered you to be a mayor,
Indeed, yeah.
right?
Yes,
And
right.
I mean, I could just imagine if you have, let's say, a batchmate who went to the United States. This is a person who knew you when you were in high school or in college, and you lost touch. All of a sudden, he comes back to visit Legazpi, and you said, and he comes to see you, and he sees your signs outside.
That's true, that's true.
Mayor G, and I'm sure he might or she might be very surprised.
Yeah.
Right.
They are really surprised that I'm
Yeah.
here in
As a mayor.
as a mayor. They cannot imagine that me
Yeah.
being here in,
Yeah.
in politics.
They'll be like, you know
Yeah.
what? You're the type who just wanted to just
Yeah.
go home,
Yeah.
stay at home, do your studies. But
That's true.
for you to be out in the public limelight every day, right, must be a challenge for you personally that you have never thought is something you'd ever cross.
That's true. That's true. And I think I can say that this is really every day is there's a struggle. You
Yeah.
see, because you cannot change your who you are inside. So there's really a struggle every day. But as I've said, I need to do what the people have given me their trust, their
Yeah.
confidence that they voted for me. So I must do this mandate that they have given me.
Yes. So I'm assuming you're a mother. You have
Yeah.
kids.
I have kids. I have two
Okay.
kids.
4 kids.
Two
Two
kids.
kids.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, now you have maybe hundreds of thousands of kids,
Yeah.
quote unquote,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because a lot of these people in the Legazpi, people who you lead, see you as almost like a mom figure
Yeah.
in many ways, because that's what you do, right? You help take care of the needs of the people who you serve, correct?
Correct. Correct.
How frightening that must be for you.
Well, it's not really frightening. You see, you just do the things that needed to be done, and everything will just follow.
Yeah.
You see, the programs, especially the programs that they really need. You just try to put them, give them those that they need, then everything will follow.
Everything will follow. And you're lucky because you delegate the responsibility to many of the people who serve under you, and they've been serving your husband very well, right? All the
Yeah.
department heads, right?
Yes,
So
and
you've been
also maybe our partners in local LGU barangay, barangay LGUs, they've been very supportive. All the barangay chieftain,
yeah,
barangay captains, they've been very supportive of the program of the local government, and they really whatever we implement, they also implement them in their barangay. So it's an easy
yeah.
thing.
So being able to lead such an experienced group has been very helpful for you
Yes, that's
in
true.
your quest being a mayor, right?
That's true.
And how did it? How was it for you when you were elected and you sat in this chair for the first time?
Well, honestly, it's just not. I don't know.
Was it
It never
strange for
came
you
into my mind.
that you'd be
But,
sitting here? You mean?
yeah, and
Yeah.
no, no. Really, hindi ko inisip
Oo.
na I'm here as a mayor. Ang iniisip ko lang, how will I do the daily task that is being
Required.
asked of me, that's being required of me.
Yeah.
Yan lang.
And how did it change you?
Well,
Deep down inside, spiritually, emotionally, mentally.
well, what do you mean that? No, no. Actually, I just, as I've said, I just wanted to do the what is ever required of me to do.
Yeah. But now that you're doing it, it changed you, right? Because before, maybe you were much shyer back in the past. It changed you from being a very shy person to now being a person who is more balanced, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Because you can't lead effectively if you're shy, correct? So when you're at your meeting with all your department heads, maybe even the barangay officials, you sit at the head of the table,
Yes,
right? And all eyes are on you.
that's true. And siguro I can say also that ang nagpapalakas sa akin is my faith, my belief that God is always there to help me.
Could we talk a little bit about that?
Okay.
Your faith in the Lord, right? How has that shaped you? How has that been such a very important presence in your life to allow you to grow into the person you are today?
Well, ever since as I was starting as a student, I already been joining groups, religious groups in prayer meetings and like that, and that really helps me grow as spiritually. So that's the my guiding belief that what lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay ko is because of the guidance of God. So, sabi ko nga, I'm here maybe because this is what God has wanted me to be. Kasi hindi ko talaga pinangarap, hindi pumasok sa isip ko na magiging ganito ako. But why? 'Di ba? The question, why me? So maybe I'm just putting it as maybe God wanted something uh, from me that I need to be I need to do. That's why I'm here. I don't know, maybe an inspiration to
Yeah.
others, or I don't know. This really I never planned to be here, but God maybe put me here
That's right.
in what.
You might think that your husband put you in this chair, but in reality, God put you in this chair.
Yeah.
Because I believe if your husband didn't think you had it in you to become a good, balanced, and effective mayor, he would not have encouraged you to take up the role. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Deep down inside him, he was guided by God. You see?
Yeah.
God has said, well, look, your practices, your leadership has made Legazpi a wonderful city. And in order for it to continue, your wife, who has been secretly guiding you, needs to run as well.
Yeah. Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it that way. It's almost like there's no mystery as to why you are the mayor.
Yeah.
So you might say that, my husband put me in the seat, but really it's God who put you in the seat,
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's
right?
true. Yeah.
And if God put you in the seat, it's because deep down inside, God knows that you have the heart of a leader. You have a vision that you want, that needs to grow from ideation to blossom, right? And in that case, what do you think is some of the visions that you have that might be different from your husband?
Well, maybe as a woman, I really need to, or my I wanted to help more the women sector.
I love that.
Kasi, yeah, um,
Women and children.
women and children. That's why during my first term, yung the first the time that I sit as a mayor, the 2010, I put more on a program on health. So, napalakas namin yung health. Nagkaroon ng mga maternity lying-in clinic in every sector. I mean, the Mayon side, the southern part, and here in the centro, we put the maternity lying-in clinic. That's the time when I was the mayor then, the time that we put this, because during those time the DOH has prohibited na magpaanak sa bahay, yung mga para-anak, 'di ba? So inano nila 'yon, pinagbawal. So what we did is we put lying-in clinics wherein ang nagpapaanak is midwives and nurses. So that's one thing na talagang napalakas namin, and also the livelihood on women's, and until now we are doing those livelihood with women groups in our city.
Wow. See, isn't that wonderful? That through your leadership, now mothers and families and have better access to services than they had before. Correct?
Maybe we just focus na focus lang talaga kami with more on kababaihan programs. But still, the programs that Mayor Noel has been implementing, we continue it. We just put more emphasis on kababaihan.
Yes. What would be your message of inspiration to many of the young women who are looking to follow in your footsteps? Right? What inspiration, what motivation, words of motivation could you share with them?
Well, I don't think they would want to follow my footsteps. Sabi ko nga, I've been here because maybe God has something to do with me being here.
Yeah.
So just continue maybe dreaming of kung ano gusto nila maging in the future. But then again, dapat hindi maalis yung belief that God will put them in what do you call that?
Where they belong.
Well, they belong. Uh, Kahit anong struggle mo, kahit anong gawin mo sa buhay na you wanted this, you wanted that, but then at the end, si Lord pa rin ang magde-decide where you belong. Parang ganun. So, uh, just do everything uh, in God's own time. Everything will be in its place.
I find that very refreshing because there are a lot of people who, deep down inside, they don't know what they want to do. Right? Um, and 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 oftentimes they wish they had a guide. And sometimes they just have to consider that the best guide that they have is not someone, their parents or their spouses or their friends. Maybe the best guide that they have is God,
Yes.
right?
That's
Because
true.
you had no idea you were ever going to be the mayor of one of the largest cities in the Bicol region. But here you are, sitting in the mayor's chair.
That's true.
Regardless if you are, you followed the advice of your husband, because deep down inside, if it's not in you, you would have never taken this chair, no matter what he said. But I think part of it, deep down inside yourself, is that you might have said that, in my shyness, I want to see what I could do if I were to really actually step up, right? So when your husband first said he wants you to run, your heart said no,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he must have asked you many times and you kept saying no,
No. Yes.
right? What was it that made you finally said to yourself, okay, I'm going to give it a try?
It's because the people that believe in my husband.
Believed in you too.
Yeah. Because of them, really. I don't want them to be discouraged or
You didn't want to disappoint them.
yes.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't want to disappoint them, and because they really pushing me. So ayoko silang ayoko silang mahindian.
They had a lot of people had a real big belief in you, right? Do you think that they had a bigger belief in you than you had of yourself?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. Um, siguro yun ang nag-udyok sa akin to run because of these people who still believe in my husband's leadership, and what we can do
Right. They
in
did
the
not want to
city.
let that go.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
want to, you know, um, yun, ayoko silang ma-disappoint.
Right. And and could you say that you have not let them down?
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best, really.
Wow. I really love that. Right. Because then she's going to be doing her best each and every day she's in this office. And not just for your immediate family, but the thousands of people who look up to you as mom,
Yeah.
as the leader.
Yes.
Right.
But you see, as I've said, there's no forever. Maybe one day someone will
Yeah.
spring as will come out as a leader of this, and hopefully, what we have done in Legazpi would still be part of the development of the next generation's
Yes. And
plans.
could you say that you're actually having a fun time, a great time being as mayor?
I cannot say that I have fun time uh, because, as I've said, it's really
It's a lot of work.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to have
Enjoy your time
yeah,
as a
enjoy
mayor.
my time.
Right. So I want to thank you, Mayor G, for being on the podcast. And you've actually been very refreshing because the level of your humbleness is really amazing. It really is. Okay, because and your incredible belief in God that He actually have put you in the chair, right?
Yeah,
And in doing so, you believe in yourself.
yeah. Amen.
Okay, because even if your husband and even if everybody said that they believe you're the right choice to be a mayor, you also have to believe in that yourself as well,
Yeah.
right? Deep down inside. So thank you for telling us all about you. Thank you for sharing us with us your life and just how a simple housewife, someone who's shy, could actually rise to the top, right? By following your heart and following your belief in the God.
Yes, that's right.
So thank you for being on the podcast. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Raymond.
that. Before we go, do you have any words of encouragement you want to be able to share to others?
Well, especially to those budding, you see, we have a lot of new younger politician, younger public servant, especially in as councilors. We have a lot of new councilors. Well, just do your best and don't forget the term public service. We're here for public service. We're here as public servant. We serve, not the people serve us. It's not the people should serve us. We serve the people. And with that, everything else will follow. Just always think of what you can do and what the needs of the people, kailangan mabigay mo yon sa kanila. And dapat marunong ka din the pri- what are the what are the priorities that need to be done. There's a lot of needs, there's a lot of problem in our society, pero you need to know the priority, which is the real needs right now of the people. Then if you could give that, then I think you would be successful as politician. That's what I have seen in my husband.
I see you're probably eventually going to be more popular and more effective than your husband.
Oh,
Because I think you're approaching it very differently. You're approaching with the heart, right? Either which way, I have a feeling you're just going to be as loved as your husband, if not more so.
Thank you.
So thank you for being on our podcast. I'm sure you all have enjoyed it as much as I have, and we look forward to seeing you on our next.
Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you.